such terrible. Watering the eyes. How deadly does it look that everyone in this world is locked down inside their home just because of a crucial tiny virus? Talking about COVID-19, which was firstly traced on 10 December in a seafood market of Wuhan city in China, now has become a big issue for today's politicians. Even technically advanced country US couldn't protect itself from this lethal virus. For some, it's just a political war between two powerful nations of the world, America and China. They both are blaming each other for it. President Trump called it Chinese virus, as it was firstly detected in Wuhan city, whereas Chinese health minister claimed it wasn't originated in China, but American personnel has brought it here and spread in China. Whatever the truth is, we are experiencing a global trauma where nearly 2 million people are infected, more than 100,000 people died by now. Complete human race is deprived from its normal life. People have left their jobs. Schools, universities, businesses and all factories are shut down. World economy is completely worn out. People are quarantined in their homes while working class in developing countries is dying with hunger due to lockdown. Still, we are not sure about how long we have to suffer. This is because of a deadly pandemic spread by a killer virus named SARS-CoV-2, which has devastated the whole world today. But which is the deadliest pandemic in our known history? Well, let's go 100 years back in 1918. Our grandfathers have experienced a ruthless pandemic named Spanish flu. The most horrific pandemic which human race have experienced ever. During initial months of 1918, in the largest military training facility of Kansas City in US, a young soldier feels cough and severe joint ache with high fever. He is then admitted in the hospital of military campus where he has diagnosed a strange influenza virus, later named as HINI. In no time, other 26,000 young soldiers there also got infected after coming in contact with him in that military base. It was the time when European countries were busy in World War I. US also sent its troops to Europe as allies of France and Britain. These troops carried virus there and infected other soldiers in Europe who belonged to other countries of the world. Soldiers there lived in proximity. They have to live in dirty and damp trenches which were much more crowded. Due to such unhygienic condition of warfare area, disease spread with speed. Initially it was milder, which targeted only old age and unhealthy people. But after summer season, when World War I was started ending, the troops began to return back to their home and they carried this deadly virus with them to their own country. Thus, it spread everywhere across the globe within a few weeks. And this time it became more brutal, which targeted young and healthy adults from 20 to 40 years of age. Nearly 40 million people were already killed in World War I, while this lethal pandemic took the life of more 50 million people. On estimate, 27% of world population were infected out of 1.8 billion population. September and October month were the most horrific, as more death occurred in this period due to flu than they killed in 4 years of battle of the World War I. This virus infected their lungs and respiratory organs, which make it difficult in breathing. The most horrifying symptom was you could bleed not only with your mouth and nose, but also from your eyes and ears, which was literally terrifying to see. People were turning too dark blue due to lack of oxygen to recognize even white American and black African among the soldiers, says John M. Barry, a writer of the book The Great Influenza. Patients were increasing day by day, and the medical personnel were not sufficient to cure them, so common masses were given medical training to look after them. Red Cross Society has given its special contribution to fight against Spanish flu virus. But why a pandemic originated in America, spread all over the globe, is called Spanish flu? Well, There is an interesting story behind it. European countries like US, Britain, France and Germany were involved in World War I. They didn't let their media to spread negativity about their nation, so they kept a secret to this virus infection disease. Whereas Spain was neuter and its media was working freely, thus it was obvious this news came out and spread everywhere throughout the world. What's more, many leading politicians of Spain, including the ruler of Spain, Alfonso XIII, was also infected with this disease. Taking this advantage, Britain and US media started calling it Spanish flu. Our history has seen some selfish politicians. During such calamity in America, their health minister has declared emergency and suggested not to call mass gathering. Still, Mayor of Philadelphia took it lightly and called a parade and flooded the street with 200,000 people. As a consequence, in just next 2 weeks, nearly 15,000 people lost their life who attended this parade. Today's situation is not better enough. It seems as COVID-19 is a substitution of Spanish flu. It's much more horrific to know the increasing number of deaths every single day. But wait, don't be such panic. We are having relieving facts for you. Coronavirus has terrified us much more, but it seems to have a good impact on other deadly global crisis, climate change. Developed countries emitting greenhouse gases are completely locked down, so carbon emission is reduced by up to 25% all over the world. Space satellite NASA has reported. It's more relieving to know that fatality rate of COVID-19 is just 3.4% according to WHO. Means 96% of its patients are recovering with their own. Still, scientists are working day and night to discover its vaccine. It is horrific, but mainly for elderly people above 60 years of age or for the people having respiratory issues. So, do you hope to recover with this disease? So go for it to know some more.